Reality is Broken, Why Games Make Us Better and How They Can Change the World by Jane McGonigal is a bold, expansive exploration of the power of games, not just as entertainment, but as tools for personal fulfillment, social good, and even global transformation. From the opening pages, McGonigal challenges the reader to rethink what games are and what they can do. She argues that far from being escapist distractions, games are some of the most powerful psychological tools humans have ever created. They offer structure, meaning, community, and the emotional payoff that many people find lacking in the real world. The book begins with a striking question: why do so many people spend billions of hours every week playing video games, often with more dedication than they show to real-life problems? McGonigal's answer is simple but profound: reality, as we've designed it, is broken. It often lacks clear goals, meaningful rewards, instant feedback, and the social cohesion that games naturally provide. Games, she argues, fill in those gaps. They offer a better version of life, one where we feel motivated, engaged, and capable of achieving epic wins. One of the central themes in McGonigal's argument is that games make us happier because they satisfy deep psychological needs. Drawing from positive psychology, she identifies four essential ingredients of well-being: satisfying work, the experience of being good at something, meaningful social interaction, and the chance to be part of something larger than ourselves. Good games are built around these exact components. They offer a sense of purpose, progress, mastery, and connection, qualities that are often missing from modern education systems, workplaces, and even relationships. McGonigal recounts the story of how she discovered the power of games firsthand. After suffering a traumatic brain injury, she spiraled into depression and isolation. To cope, she invented a real-life game called Super Better, designed to help her recover through small, heroic tasks, social connection, and a clear narrative of healing. The game worked. It helped her get better, and eventually helped thousands of others who tried it. This personal story becomes the emotional core of the book, showing how game thinking can be applied to real-life challenges. In her analysis, McGonigal breaks down what makes a game truly satisfying. It's not just graphics or stories, it's the clear goals, established rules, and voluntary participation that create a sense of agency and purpose. Players enter a game world where their actions matter, where feedback is immediate, and where failure is safe. In contrast, real life often feels vague, demotivating, or unfair. Games give us a structured way to experience joy, effort, and success, and she urges readers to consider how this structure could improve real-world systems. One of the most compelling ideas in the book is blissful productivity. Gamers, she observes, are some of the most productive people on the planet, not because they have to be, but because they want to be. They willingly invest hundreds of hours solving problems, collaborating, and mastering skills. This, McGonigal says, is the clearest proof that people are not lazy or disengaged by nature, they just need the right context. If we can apply game design to education, work, and civic life, we can unlock massive untapped potential. McGonigal also introduces the concept of epic meaning. Many successful games give players the sense that they're working towards something important or monumental. Whether it's saving a world, building a civilization, or supporting a cause, the emotional payoff of epic meaning fuels deep engagement. She suggests that real life, too, can be reimagined as a source of epic meaning if we design better systems, whether through public challenges, collaborative projects, or storytelling. The book moves from psychological theory to practical, often astonishing examples. McGonigal describes real-world games designed to address serious global issues, games that help people prepare for natural disasters, fight climate change, or foster cross-cultural understanding. One standout example is World Without Oil, an alternate reality game that asked players to imagine and simulate life during a global energy crisis. These games didn't just entertain, they educated and activated real communities. Throughout the book, McGonigal highlights the social power of gaming. Contrary to stereotypes, many games foster deep, meaningful relationships. Cooperative play strengthens bonds and encourages empathy, while online communities often serve as vital support networks. Games like Foldit, where players help solve real protein folding problems, show that games can even drive scientific breakthroughs. In these moments, McGonigal makes a compelling case for games as a form of collective intelligence and civic action. A recurring theme in the book is the idea that games teach resilience. Players often fail dozens or hundreds of times before succeeding, but they keep trying because failure in games is safe, instructive, and even fun. This contrasts starkly with how failure is treated in schools or the workplace, where it is stigmatized and demoralizing. McGonigal suggests that we can transform our relationship with failure by designing real-world systems that treat mistakes as opportunities for growth, just like in games. Another powerful insight is the importance of urgent optimism, a mindset common among gamers who believe they can take meaningful action and make a difference. This belief fuels persistence and creativity, two qualities that are desperately needed in solving real-world problems. By tapping into this mindset through well-designed challenges and goals, we can create a culture of proactive, hopeful problem solvers. While the book is full of enthusiasm for games, McGonigal is careful to distinguish between healthy, purpose-driven gameplay and escapism or addiction. She argues that it's not games themselves that are harmful, but how and why we play them. If used mindlessly, games can be a distraction. But when consciously designed and played, they can be transformative tools for psychological growth, community building, and societal improvement. Toward the end of the book, McGonigal proposes that we think of ourselves not just as players of games, but as game designers in our own lives. She calls on readers to design gameful experiences that infuse everyday challenges with purpose, creativity, and emotional satisfaction. Whether it's building better habits, collaborating with others, or working toward social goals, game design principles can enhance how we experience the world. She also explores how institutions can adopt game thinking to better engage people. Schools could reward progress instead of punishing mistakes. Workplaces could structure goals more like quests. Governments could create participatory platforms that make civic engagement feel more like a meaningful mission than a chore. The potential, she suggests, is massive, if we're willing to see games not as trivial, but as the most powerful medium of our time.